Reports coming out that Ruben Amorim has been broken by Manchester United. He's lost, he is out of ideas, he's been broken by the club. And it just seems the inevitable. Ruben Amorim being sacked is coming up. It probably could happen in the international break if we don't beat Sunderland. To be honest, he's lost the dressing room, he's broken, and that's been reported by people inside the club. It's not good. Ineos looking at alternatives, already drawing out alternatives. Xavi wants the Manchester United job and will take it if they want him. He's basically said, I will take the Man United job if you want him. He's basically agreed to come to us, but will we go for Xavi? I don't know. We're going to talk about the Southgate links. We're going to talk about Glasner, the manager shortlist, Amorim's job under pressure. I think this is the beginning of the end for Amorim. I think Amorim is done. I think Amorim is finished, if I'm going to be completely honest, at Manchester United. And yeah, let's get into this report. So, hello, and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and welcome back to your 10-minute roundup, where I'm going to round up all the latest Manchester United news in 10 minutes for you guys. So, Sully has a lot of good inside sources in and around Manchester United. He's very accurate with a lot of his information, and he said that Ruben Amorim is described as a lonely man by sources. In training, he often walks away from the team. After losses, he sits on his own and doesn't speak to anyone. One says the job has broken him. He looks like a ghost of his former self since joining. People inside United are saying this job has broken Amorim. He's lonely. I mean, he looks broken. I mean, Ruben Amorim was really charismatic when he first came into Manchester United, and I really liked his interviews. But his interviews now don't make sense. He's not taking any accountability. He's not taking any responsibility. Don't get me wrong, the players are a disgrace. One game a week. I want to see more from the players. I want to see more intensity from the players. The players are a disgrace, but Ruben Amorim is just completely blaming the players, will not change what he's doing, will not take any accountability. And when we've had the record we do under Ruben Amorim, it's like he doesn't think he's at fault at all. He thinks it's completely on his players. And no, the players are a disgrace, the manager's a disgrace. Both can be right. He's got a lot wrong. Sully even mentioned that the atmosphere within the club is one of the lowest it's been in a long time. While he's not expected to get the sack this week, pressure is massively intensifying, and there is a feeling he could be sacked in the October international break, a bit like Ten Hag was, if we fail to beat Sunderland. You know, this atmosphere within the club is one of the lowest it's been. Ruben Amorim is reportedly broken. Ruben Amorim has run out of ideas, and he's doing the same thing over and over again, which we know doesn't work. Ruben Amorim has said, I'm not going to change, but what he's doing isn't working because it's the Premier League and you have to adapt, and you have to adapt constantly. So Ruben Amorim's just waiting till he gets sacked and he can get a £12 million payout. That's how I see it. Some sources say Ruben Amorim is safe. Some sources say he will be sacked. I think the fact there's a manager shortlist, I think the fact that we're looking at other managers says to me Ruben Amorim being sacked is being considered, because Grimsby was a disgrace, Manchester City was a disgrace, Brentford was an absolute disgrace. I thought the second half versus Fulham was awful. Chelsea, they're 10 men, so you can't even look at the system based off that game. The system is not working. He's not getting the best out of players. And when Yoro and Maino, who's meant to be the future of this club, is on the bench for Maguire and Luke Shaw, who I don't even know is still at the club, I mean, you've got to question it. And when we're losing 2-0, we make centre-back subs. It's hard to back Amorim. I don't like sacky managers, but it's hard to back Amorim. It's hard to. I think the players are disgraced, but it's hard to. Samuel Lutkos reports that although Amorim retains the club's backing, United are keeping an eye on potential replacements amid their alarming form. Of course we are. It'd be worrying if we weren't. Sources insist they do not have a successor to Amorim lined up, but accept the speculation around the manager's role. So, there's a lot of speculation around the manager's role. There's nobody lined up yet. But let's be honest. There's talk, there's considerations. Ineos will be looking at people. Because when Amorim's form, Amorim got less... When Graham Potter was appointed as West Ham manager, Graham Potter managed 20 points. Amorim managed 19 points since Graham Potter was appointed as West Ham manager. And Graham Potter's already gone. And that's West Ham. If Amorim was at any other club, I think he would have been sacked. You know, I don't want Amorim to fail, but I can't back him. I can't see a reason to keep him. And I know the players are disgraced, and I know it's not been long, but at least with Ten Hag in his first season, you got third place, you got a trophy. There was something to be patient with in the second season. Amorim hasn't given us anything to be patient with because we've not improved this season. Our just numbers have improved because we've got better attackers, but I feel like they're now becoming worse. So yeah, I just think that Amorim is being backed, but he's very much on edge. I think we're one loss. I think if we lose to Sunderland, I think he's gone. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is the Xavi news. Xavi is studying the Premier League and will join Manchester United immediately, even without European football. Xavi's basically said, I will agree to join Man United. I will agree to the Man United manager job if they want me. Maybe Xavi's been getting his agents to feed this to Romano to put this out there. Bit of agent talk. I don't know. Maybe there's something in it. United have looked at Xavi. I'm going to say this now. Xavi isn't somebody that I massively want as Man United manager because I look at how much better Flick has made Barcelona. But with Xavi, you look at how Barcelona were in a financial crisis and how Xavi had to go to the Barcelona youth and get the Barcelona youth and built a system to get the best out of the youth. Maino, Yoro, all players that would flourish under Xavi. I do look at Xavi and I look at his ability to look at the players he has, to look at his youth and try and get the best out of them. Right now, it's not even about systems. The system doesn't work. It's about putting your best players in their best position. And that is Yoro and not stupid Luke Shaw and Maguire at centre-back. That is Maino and not Agate. For me, I look at Manchester United, put Lemens in goal, put Dorgu left back, put Majrari right back, put De Ligt and Yoro as the centre backs, Casemiro as the DM, Maino as the centre mid, Bruno as the 10. You can have Sesko up top, Cunha on the left, and Bouma on the right, or you can have Cunha up top and Bouma on the right, Ahmed on the left. You've got Xerxes as an option there, you've got Mount as an option there. Yes, the depth is low in midfield. I just look at it and I think, you set them up that way, I think we'll be playing a lot better. I don't think Xavi comes in and makes us, top 4 contenders. I don't think any manager can come in and make us top 4 contenders because I do think the players make so many mistakes. The players are not winning second balls. And I do think some of the way we're playing is not even on Ruben Amorim in the slightest. I think some of it is on the players and the attitude and mentality of the squad. But tactically, Ruben Amorim is so predictable. He's not maximising his players. He's not getting the best out of his players, but he's also predictable tactically. Everyone knows how to play against Ruben Amorim. At least with Xavi, he could platform the players, make them play better, which means we will play better as a team, and could adapt tactically. And I don't think Xavi's the best manager in the world. He's not my first choice. He's someone I'd almost have as an interim to the end of the season. Then in the summer, let's go for a real manager. But I think, I look at it and think, surely. I don't want Southgate. I don't want Ineos to go anywhere near Southgate. But I honestly think, right now, if Southgate took over, or we left it with Amorim until the end of the season, Southgate would finish higher. And I don't want Southgate. And I don't think he'd finish much higher, maybe 2 positions higher. But I don't think he'd be worse. But we can't go for Southgate. I don't want him. Now, the Southgate link's happening because he's appreciated by Ratcliffe and Ineos. But there's no active conversations and talk for Southgate. He would be an option if Amorim sacked. Romano has confirmed Southgate would be an option if Amorim sacked. I don't know if Xavi's an option if Amorim sacked, but we know Oliver Glasner's an option, Iriola's an option, Herzl's an option, and of course, Southgate's an option if they're sacked. Now, Iriola's my instant first choice. Glasner's my second choice. Xavi's my third choice. Herzl's my fourth choice. They are my options. Ben Jacobs and Alex Krupp give different options. They say it's Iriola, Glasner, Southgate. These seem to be the options if Ruben Amorim sacked. Not great options, but all of them would do a better job than Amorim. I wouldn't go anywhere near Southgate, though. Now, there is reports that Jim Ratcliffe believes that Amorim needs time to make it work and he needs time to gel with his players, which is true. I said at the beginning of the season, I have to give Amorim 10 Premier League games before I judge him and turn on him. And I haven't stuck to that word because I've already turned on him. But it's just so bad. It's so bad, and we should be beating Brentford. And the fact that Brentford outplayed us like that, and you can argue, yes, Maguire made a mistake, yes, Bruno missed the penalty, yes, the ref was atrocious and they should have gone down to 10 men, all are true, but tactically we were outdone. And there's been so many games where we've been tactically outdone by Grimsby. That was an embarrassment. Like, actually getting tactically outdone by Grimsby people? Do you not realise how embarrassing that is? How embarrassing that is to get tactically outdone by Grimsby. I would love Ruben Amorim to work. I don't want to sack another manager. But I'm looking at it and I'm going, well, Xavi wants the job. It's not working. He's not going to change, so we know it's going to continue to not work. Are we delaying the inevitable? Am I being mean? Am I being harsh? I don't know. I said I'd give him 10 games. I haven't. I've changed my mind. I've seen enough. Am I being reactionary? I don't know. But I just don't back this manager anymore. I don't. I can't. And Xavi agrees to the job. And if Ineos want him, we can have Xavi. And I wouldn't want him as a permanent. I want him as an interim. I'm at the point right now where maybe an interim to stabilise the ship and wait till the summer to get a permanent is a good move. Ruvan Nistelrooy, the best football we've played in the last year is under Ruvan Nistelrooy. I'm telling you that now. And he was pretty crap at Leicester. Michael Carrick's available. Not names that I want, but somebody to look at the team, get the best out of the players and get us to the end of the season. That's what I look at because I don't want a relegation battle and I feel like it's going that way. I feel like I've not been convinced. Okay, good first half versus Burnley, good first half versus Fulham, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by some of the managers on the shortlist. I'm not convinced by the players. I'm not convinced by Amorim. I'm not convinced by many things. But Ineos need to act. Ineos were ruthless with Ashworth. Ineos need to act. There's talk of Ineos wanting to give Amorim the season. Okay, see us in the championship, eh? Feels like that. I'm losing patience. Amorim is broken. Amorim has lost the dressing room. You can see that the players aren't playing for Amorim, and that's a disgrace to the players. They're Man United players. They're paid that kind of money, and they play for the manager. That is a disgrace on the players. But right now, we can't change the players, but we can change the manager. So while both the players and manager are a problem, you can change the manager. That's the one thing you can do right now. We can't do that with the players right now. And while yes, these players will outlive another manager, and these players are a disgrace, so be it.